Hello guys, welcome back with Wealthy Banda. Today I'll be reviewing with you a platform called Small Change. Now Small Change is a real estate crowdfunding marketplace where you can go ahead and invest directly with either realtors or developers. Now the advertised return for this platform is anything between 12% to 20%. But what makes really Small Change stand out from their competition is actually the criteria they are using in order to accept projects. So for any project to go ahead and get listed here, they have to meet their Small Change index, as they call it. And in simple words, it just have to be providing some benefit to the community that it's being created in. So if it actually meet around 60% of this index, they would actually go ahead and consider this project to be listed and be able to raise money through Small Change. Now, in order to be able to invest with Small Change, the minimum amount of investment is $500. And this is per project. Anybody can go ahead and invest in this platform. It doesn't matter if you are accredited or non-accredited, as long as you are either American or reside within the United States. Now, there's a lot of interesting projects that you will find in a Small Change. But one thing I want to caution about, if you decided to invest in a Small Change, take into consideration that these are individual developers, individual realtors, and each one of these projects, you should actually go ahead and spend your time and understand it before you invest in it. The deal can be either promise note, it can be debt, it can be equity. So it really varies from one deal to another. And if you decided to invest, you really need to do your homework. And when I say you do your homework, not just checking the listing. So let's go ahead and take an example here. Let me, for example, take this BuyBook home ownership. Now, the BuyBook home ownership is a good example. This is just closed a few days ago, and they were able to raise around $150,000. Now, the platform tries to provide you as much detail on the landing page as possible. You can find out here the highlight of the deal. You get 2% interest, and this will be a debt deal. The total return expected over 9 years, and some additional information. Now, for me, usually whenever I check one of these offerings, I really go first and check the return. Again, I'm an investor. Yes, I love the project, have an impact, but it's very important for me to actually also have them return on my investment. So the highlighting for here, the benefit of this project, the return of investment. Now, I'm going to be honest, the BuyBook home ownership, for example, was not an exciting project. It actually does not fall in the 12 to 20% ROI. They actually were only providing 2%. Now, 2%, honestly, it doesn't excite me. Now, they are doing a very noble thing. If you go in here, listen to their podcast, go ahead and check their videos. They're actually buying lands in San Francisco, making sure that people don't just go ahead and bump up the prices for people who rent. So it's really nice. They are trying to control rent pricing and make people continue to be able to rent in the same houses or same apartments they have been in. It's a very noble cause, but 2% interest, I'm going to be honest, it's just not exciting deal. For me, like I'm looking at it, I don't even want to go through the rest of the offering because inflation in any given year is anything between 2 to 3%. This isn't a good economy. Right now, we have inflation of 7%. If I'm actually going in and lending them my money, even in the best year of the economy, I don't break even. So sounds just bad. If you're just investing for the cause, absolutely, go ahead and put your money. But understand that you're actually losing money by investing in this deal. And this is what I'm highlighting is, from one deal to another, you need to understand the deal. You need to make sure that you are actually good with whatever you are investing in. Again, for 2%, I literally have banks that paying me anything between 1 to 4% interest. And I will actually go ahead and provide my video for the 4% interest in the description. So if I'm getting 4%, just letting my money sitting in FDIC insured bank, I cannot see the point of actually give those guys 2%. Yes, again, I'm all in for good cause, but as an investor, it should not come on the account of me actually investing. Now, there's a lot of good projects here that actually pay off. So here's, for example, one of the projects I'm personally excited about is taking place in Detroit. This team is trying to raise $250,000 maximum. It's a debt deal as well, and they are offering 10%. Okay, 10% debt sounds great. It's over 5 years, and they will be paying quarterly post principal and interest. So this is a really, really good deal. I'm honestly planning to invest in this project, but I'm waiting for them to at least their minimum goals. I'm not going to go ahead and put my money early on. They still have 73 days to go. If I go ahead and put my money now, I'm just like freezing it on an escrow account somewhere. So this one of the projects seems to be very promising. Now, I just said it sounds very promising. I want to invest in it. It doesn't mean I'm going to go ahead and put my money first. Again, I highlighted, if you're going to go ahead and check one of these listings, make sure first you look at the offering highlight. It looks promising enough for you. Listen to the podcast. This is actually a very short podcast, only 20 minutes. They also go ahead and highlight for you the business model, who are in charge. You can see the previous project. Again, make sure these guys are, not new. They have not just started with project zero, right? They have some experience in real estate if you're going to give them your money. And also make sure to go ahead and spend time on the return of investment. As I highlighted, they put some of the highlights there, but you will not really see the rest of what the return would look like until you check this section. And if this section is not clear, it's probably not a good idea for you to consider investing. Now here they are actually being very clear. They think we're going to issue promise notes. The interest will occur for the first year through June 2023. With the first payment that covers the first year interest earned. Thereafter, payment shall be made at the end of each quarter. So what they're highlighting is there will be no payment here in the first year until June 30th of 2023. Only then they will start paying, and after that it will become a quarterly payment. Again, you need to understand the payment schedule varies. Some actually pay monthly, some pay yearly, some push back for a year or two. So keep this stuff in mind. I also want to point out in any offering, you need to spend some time seeing actually how the developer responding to the people who they are trying to borrow money from, right? If they are not really good responding to people who are actually trying to invest here, probably it's a bad idea to invest. So for example, this one, we see the developer went ahead and responded almost like 1 day later, right? So it's a very good response. They are actually being interactive with the customers. I would not go ahead and invest with somebody who would not respond. And again, just like the previous project I showed you guys, there is questions that went there for a while and nobody even bothered look at it. So for me, it's not just, okay, this is not profitable, but they don't seem to be really care enough to get people excited about the project. So Rob, for example, asked the question 7 months ago, and apparently their offering have been around this long, and nobody have responded to him yet, even after the offering closed, right? So this is just sound bad. Now I want to point out, if you're going to go ahead and invest, make sure to understand and read their disclosure packet. So here they provide you all the information you need to know about the project. Now, as you can see, this is 140 page. Each one of these projects have their own disclosure packet, and it's your responsibility to go through it. I'm not recommending or unrecommending any of these projects. I personally would not invest until I actually go ahead and read these ones. Yes, I know it's boring, I know it's long, but the whole purpose of Small Change is actually you being somewhat an active investor. It's not like Fundrise. You give them the money, they do for you the work, right? Here you have to do some work by yourself. Again, you are investing with smaller developers, which actually great because you have people who are very focused on a single project. So if I go ahead here, for example, I will see developer who is working on a single project. So for example, this is a project. You are putting your money in a project where there's only one developer in charge of the project. I think this is pretty great. It makes sure that there is enough focus on the project. It's unlike Fundrise where you have, a group of people managing 30 or 50 projects, right? It's a big difference when you have a single developer dedicated for your own project. So I think this is pretty cool. If you are trying to diversify, Small Change is definitely one way to go ahead with it. But again, it's really, if you spend your time, you can go ahead and find really good opportunity. A good example, one of the projects I was really excited about and I wanted to invest in was Venture on Country Club, which just closed a couple of days ago. Now, I actually wanted to invest in this platform. I waited for the last day. Unfortunately, by the time I tried to go ahead and invest, it was a little bit late. I didn't really forget the date, but I had to go through the disclosure bucket, and unfortunately, I did not have time. I've been actually working on another project for almost 6 months that you will guys hear from me about it. It's another video I'm preparing for here on YouTube. So I have to make some sacrifice for you guys. You can see, I just spent so much time on another project. I had to miss on this greater opportunity. It's okay, you guys. You don't have to feel sorry for me. You can comfort me by simply hitting that, like button. So here's my 2 cents on Small Change. I think the platform overall offers a really great opportunity where you can technically invest in real estate for good. There's a lot of great projects, and if you read each and every one of these projects, they're actually adding a lot of value to the community. The fact that I have dedicated developers is a huge deal. I just want to make sure if I'm going to invest in any of these offerings, you need to really spend enough time understanding what you are investing in, what is your potential return, and what kind of risk you are taking. Again, some of these deals might sound really good, other might be just terrible. And there's actually some of these projects that pay even more than 20%. So this is very good promising project that you can go ahead and invest in. I think it's a great tool for us to go ahead and add it to our passive income tools as well as the wealth building. I promise you guys, if we get enough interest in this video, I will go ahead and provide an update. Again, I have this project I'm planning to invest in probably within 2 months. And if there's any other interesting project for me, I will go ahead and bid on it. Out of the one I'm seeing here, this is probably the only project I'm interested to invest in right now. And again, I believe they have a lot of offerings that just closed. All of these actually were available just a few days ago. So probably there are going to be much more projects coming in the next few days. Usually their offering goes between 2 to 3 months when it's open. I usually prefer to stay until the last minute because, I don't want to put my money sitting down in escrow account and not earning a profit. It's a bad idea, right? You want to make sure you optimize your money. There is no benefit for me. I mean, they are not offering any early birds deal. If they offer an early bird deal, I will go ahead and put my money early on. But unfortunately, they don't have these early birds on small change, and I really hope they start offering it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button if you have not done so already. And please don't forget to subscribe if you are not a subscriber. Thank you guys, and stay tuned with Wealthy Panda.